Thank you. Thank you again and maayong buntag, maupay nga aga, naimbag bigat sa inyong lahat. Magandang umaga po. Masayang pamilya po sa inyong lahat. Nang nagsimula ako sa Commission on Population and Development noong 2013, tinanong ko yung mga kasama ko sa POPCOM, ano ba yung esensyang ginagawa? What is the essence of POPCOM's work that we are doing today? And I asked them to put it into 5 words or less. We came up with a slogan that is today at the bottom of our, if you will look at the upper left corner, what we have vowed to do in the Commission on Population and Development since 2018 is to empower Filipino families. So empowering Filipino families is the goal of the Commission and Population. It is our grounding in our work. Although we talk about large numbers and populations, we talk about senior citizens, we talk about women of reproductive age and the need for men to be involved in family work. At the essence, what we are doing is we are empowering Filipino families. And we would like that to be our, what we are known for, rather than in the past where we have been known to be an organization that promotes birth control. The opposite of that is what we are doing. We are empowering Filipino families. And as a government agency working with the Department of Health on the implementation of family planning programs throughout the country, we are also partly responsible for supporting the work of the Department of Health in promoting what we call the Responsible Parenthood Reproductive Health Law. So it's important that we have common aims in what we are doing. We are working for responsible parenthood as well as family planning through reproductive health services. I'd like to reiterate first that the RPRH law, Republic Act 10354, promotes artificial as well as natural family planning methods. And they should be given equal treatment in terms of promotion and services provision. Second, the promotion of responsible parenthood, NFP, is anchored in the Philippine Population Policy, particularly in Article 15, Section 31 of the 1987 Constitution, which states, the state shall defend the right of spouses to found a family in accordance with their religious convictions and the demands of responsible parenthood. In 1996, Executive Order 3007 under the Ramos administration, we were told to include natural family planning in the National Family Planning Program in line with the Beijing Declaration that was issued the previous year, an international agreement. During the Arroyo administration, we had the responsible parenting movement on natural family planning as a nationwide grassroots strategy to strengthen awareness of couples' responsibilities as parents and citizens. Executive Order number 12, last January 2017, called for the country to attain and sustain zero unmet need for modern family planning by implementing the RPRH law. And item A4 asks the POPCOM to engage, collaborate, and partner with CSOs, and private organizations in attaining zero unmet need for modern family planning. In 2019, the NEDA, DOH, and POPCOM established a close cooperation and co-management to achieve major improvements in family planning, services delivery, and logistics management. Last February 2015, then Secretary of Health Janet Loreto Garin signed the department personnel order creating a technical working group to expand the National Family Planning Program. It is composed of DOH, POPCOM, DSWD, the Bishop Businessmen's Conference, and others. A subsequent department order, again issued on April 2, 2018, expanded it to 13 national government agencies and 5 civil society organizations, which added more, including the RPAFP network, which is a sponsor of this meeting. And we included Ms. Abehar and Mr. George Pimentel and others in this order. So this is the existing collaborative mechanism under the Department of Health and the Commission on Population and Development. To enable this partnership to really have an impact, we piloted last December 2017 in San Jose del Monte under POPCOM Regional Office 3. We piloted the launching of the NFP project for the city. And we had our regional director sign an agreement with the mayor and RPNFP, ANFP network. And we accomplished that. We followed that up with this MOA signing, which was attended by the co-chair of the TWG, RD Lidio Espanyol of NCR. And we acquainted that with a training for San Jose del Monte that was conducted on November 22 to 23. We had 2 batches that went through training in November and December, and thus strengthening the NFP program in the city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan. We have also supported the work of the Archdiocese of Cagayan de Oro by the region extending support to the natural family planning efforts of the Archdiocese, including attending the anniversary of RPA-NFP and meeting with Bishop Antonio Ledesma, Bishop Emeritus, on NFP. With the support of the NFP Technical Working Group, we have issued and printed a trainer's manual for service providers on natural family planning. With the support of Ms. Mitos Rivera, who is also present here, we provided material to all our regional offices, and we also provided more copies to the NFP Forum last July 4, 2019. So it's a manual for trainers and for providers of natural family planning. We have had meetings with the interfaith religious leaders on natural family planning, and we had a presentation of the findings of the natural family planning study, and we have agreed to push forward with natural family planning, and we are open in the Commission on Population and Development to this work. We have also recognized RPA-NFP as a partner through accreditation for natural family planning in all regions of the Philippines. We can work with the partners of the RPA-NFP network so that we can provide support to natural family planning work in the country. We have been shipping since last year materials on cervical mucus method, basal body temperature, standard days method, and cycle beads. They have been distributed throughout the country, and as DOH procures them, POPCOM will distribute them throughout the country, and we can be the source for any materials that the partners of RPA and FP need for commodities. We have developed with the technical working group an implementing guidelines for RP and FP as provided for in the RPRH law. The goals of these guidelines that we have set down are, number one, we will conduct policy advocacy at national and local levels through consultative fora for key stakeholders and for media support, very much like what we are doing today. We want to establish RPNFP services at par with artificial modern methods at local service facilities. We can train faith-based organizations, family-oriented NGOs to conduct RPNFP sessions in all over the country. We are willing to involve faith-based interfaith organizations and family-oriented NGOs in the regular family development sessions that we are conducting with DSWD for the 4Ps program. We can provide the necessary supplies and commodities for effective rendering of RPNFP services everywhere. We can mainstream NFP monitoring, reporting, and evaluation into the existing system so that we can contribute to the increase in natural family planning prevalence rates. Right now, the prevalence rate for natural family planning is between 1 to 2%. So we need to improve on that, and we are willing to set aside resources to support natural family planning prevalence rate, which is one way of measuring how effective the work in this area has been. And we are installing a mechanism. We actually have asked all our regional offices to provide resources for mainstreaming RPNFP in our family planning program. We are the body, the technical working group, can address any complaints, grievances, violations pertinent to the implementation of the responsible parenthood, the natural family planning provisions of these guidelines should they be issued. We would like to commit, just like I've looked at the commitment of RPA NFP as discussed by Mr. George Pimentel. We commit that abortion will not be a part of the country's family planning program. Neither will abortifacients be part of the country's family planning program. So long as all the methods that have been included in the family planning program are approved by the FDA as non-abortifacient, they will be there. But any method that is considered abortifacient will be removed from the country's family planning program. That is the commitment of the Commission on Population and Development as we support in our empowerment of all Filipino families. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. Magandang umaga po.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry about the delay. And also I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Marites Cipriano, your RPN FP focal person, and your executive assistant, Ms. Lyra Borja. Thank you again for your presence and support.